a very, very good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining us here on the KTN News for Weekend at 1. I am Akisa Wandera. Sign language interpreter is William Silla. Let's first take a look at the highlights. Will there be a deal breaker? Doctors continue their meeting with Labour officials. 6 people confirmed dead as scores injured in an early morning accident in Uasin Gishu County. And political attention still in Western Kenya as Raila and Mudavadi set to tour the region. Good afternoon. Now, doctors are yet to reach any meaningful agreement on a stalemate that has dragged on for 12 days, paralyzing medical services across all 47 counties in the country. Last evening, talks by union officials and the Ministry of Labour failed to issue any headway on the crisis that has seen very little progress. Let's now link up with our reporter from the Labour offices here in Nairobi, Timothy Otieno. Thank you very much for joining us. Good afternoon. Do we have any update on that? Any white smoke? Well, we seem to have a problem with his sound. Timothy Otieno is joining us from the Labour services. Let's just speak to him. Timothy, can you hear me? Thank you for joining us. Just let us in on how the negotiations are ongoing.
Well, Akisa, the negotiations are still ongoing. They began about an hour ago at 12 midday between the Ministry of Labour, that is acting as the arbitrator in this particular instance, as well as the Doctors' Union, the Kenya Medical Practitioners, Pharmacists and Dentists Union, as well as other stakeholders, including the Ministry of Health, the Ministry of National Treasury, as well as other stakeholders that are trying to come up with a solution in this deadlock, like you've mentioned, that is now in its 12th day. So the big question is going to be, will the doctors' strike extend into its second week, or will we finally find a resolution to this problem that has seen paralysis of medical services across the country and suffering of many, many Kenyans who actually need these services? But of course, it has been an interesting week, and the doctors' talks have collapsed on several occasions, the latest one being yesterday, where of course the Ministry of Labour, led by the Cabinet Secretary Phyllis Kandia, of course engaged the union officials for well over 4 hours yesterday afternoon. But finally, when they came out at about 5:36 p.m., the CS Phyllis Kandia did indeed say that they were making progress and there was some bit of headway into the talks, but nothing substantive yet had been reached. And of course, she had said that possibly, hopefully, today they could iron out perhaps the final details and the nitty-gritty that they need to finally iron out so that they can come up with a deal. But remember, the doctors had initially rejected an offer that was given to them by the government of a 50,000%, or rather 50,000 shilling increment to their salaries that would have seen the lowest paid doctor earn about 176,000 shillings. The doctors remain adamant that they are sticking to the collective bargaining agreement, or what they call as the collective bargaining agreement of 2013, that should have given them a 300% pay hike. The government, as well as the Council of Governors, led by the governor in charge of the health docket, Kisumu Governor Jack Ranguma, have insisted that that was not actually any CBA. It was just an agreement, but that for there to be a CBA, it has to be registered in court. And for it to be registered in court, it has to involve other stakeholders like the Salaries and Remuneration Commission. And that deal that was signed in 2013 was just between the Doctors' Union and the Ministry of Health. So whether this controversial document will, of course, make any meaningful headway, of course, yesterday we found out that the government did admit that the 2013 collective bargaining was actually a legal document, and perhaps that is going to be used by the Doctors' Union this afternoon to try and get that 300% pay increase that they have been fighting for now in its 12th day, even as Kenyans continue to wait for medical services from the doctors, Akisa.
All right, Timothy, thank you very much. Timothy Otieno there joining us from where the labor offices are, and as he says, they are acting as the arbitrators, and there is expectation that probably doctors and the government and the county governments will be able to strike a deal for them to go back to work as the strike has continued, and this is the 12th day. Now, 500 nurses from Nyeri County have downed their tools yet again shortly after resuming from a strike that had been called off nationally. The nurses who held a procession around Nyeri town before gathering outside County Public Service Board swore not to resume duties until their grievance for job promotion is honored. Through the Kenya National Union of Nurses Nyeri Branch Secretary Beatrice Nduati, the nurses said that the county administration had deliberately denied them the promotion. Nduati claimed that the administration had been applying delay tactics to achieve this, saying that the promotion due date was December 13, 2016, as per their agreement with the board.
They promised by December 13th they are going to communicate about the fate of our promotions, and everyone should be having a letter in her pocket saying you are promoted from this day, and your money, when are you going to get it? In arrears from July 2016. Other counties have promoted. Other people are enjoying their promotions since 2015. But in Nyeri County, we have not received anything.
What we are saying is that we will wait as long as they want, but we will wait when we are outside.
Yes.
Is that okay? We wait when we are outside until that. We can't wait until February again. This change of game, we are not ready for this. We are not ready for this. We will not wait. We will remain outside until they ratify our promotions.
Now, the death toll from an early morning accident in Timboroa, Uasin Gishu County, has risen to 6. The accident involved a matatu and an oil tanker at Kahoya on the Eldoret-Nakuru highway. The matatu, belonging to Eldoret Sacco, was heading to Eldoret from Nairobi, while the tanker was heading towards Nakuru. During the midnight incident, the driver of the matatu, 3 passengers, and the tanker driver died on the spot. Injured passengers were rushed to the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital in Eldoret. The bodies of the deceased were taken to Eldama Ravine Hospital mortuary.
Barabara yetu imekuwa mteremko, imekuwa hatari sana. Maroli zinateremka, Nissan ndio hizo zimekuwa mingi. Kwanza kwa hii msimu magari ziko mingi sana, na ndio sasa hii ajali inaonekana inaendelea sana.
Kwa saa hii sina ile yenye naweza sema, nataka uchunguzi ifanywe, ishafanywe, tujue tutafanya namna gani kwa hili limetendeka.
All right, let's now speak to our reporter in Eldoret, Elvis Kosgei, to just get an update on the same. Good afternoon, Elvis. Thank you once again for joining us. What exactly is the condition of the people who've been injured and are in hospitals across Eldoret?
Good afternoon, Akisa. So far, 6 people have died in the Greasy Road accident, which happened at Kahoya area in Timboroa, Uasin Gishu County. At the moment, I'm at St. Luke's Orthopedic and Trauma Hospital, where we are told 2 passengers who are injured are still here. The doctors are still seeking consent with their clients so that we will be able to talk to them. But at the moment, we are told they are in a critical condition. One has been taken to the theater. As these things continue to maybe unfold, we will update you, Akisa, on what will happen here at St. Luke Hospital.
So just give us the statistics of the kind of victims we have, which hospitals they're in, and whether you've received any communication from the Eldoret Sacco, which is a Sacco for the matatu that was involved in that accident.
Akisa, so far we have not received any communication from the Eldoret SACCO, but from the Moi Teaching Referral Hospital, we are told because doctors were not there to attend to some of the passengers who were injured, they referred two of them here at St. Luke Orthopedic and Trauma Hospital. One was taken to Eldoret Hospital, and one is at Moi Teaching and Referral Mortuary, where he succumbed when he was on his way to the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital. So at the moment, the 5 were at Eldama Ravine Hospital Mortuary, and at the moment, you're still waiting further communication from the police officers and also from the Eldoret SACCO. Akisa.
The health crisis in the country, the doctors' strike, how has it affected the helping of the injured in that particular accident?
Okay, earlier, Akisa, as I had indicated, we had talked to the CEO of Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital, Dr. Rwasa, but he told us since the doctors were away and it were only nurses, and since their passengers were in a critical condition, they had to refer them to this private hospital. St. Luke Orthopedic and Trauma Hospital and also Eldoret Hospital, both of them are private hospitals. So it means since doctors are not there at the public hospitals, then these passengers who are injured had to seek medical services from the private hospital. Akisa.
Elvis, thank you very much for those updates. Elvis Kaskei joining us from Eldoret, the St. Luke Orthopedic Hospital, where some of the injured in that particular accident have been referred from the Moi Teaching and Referral Hospital. Most of them were rushed there, but there were no doctors. Remember, the doctors' strike is still on, so they had to be referred to other hospitals in Eldoret, and that is a story we continue keeping you up to date on as we get more information on the developments. Now into politics, Court leader Raila Odinga will today preside over the official opening of Mumboha Stadium in Luanda constituency. Raila will be accompanied by area MP Chris Omulele and other ODM politicians. The opposition leader will later address a public rally at Mumboha. Raila's visit comes just a day after President Uhuru Kenyatta and his deputy William Ruto ended their 2-day vote hunting mission in Western Kenya. KTN News could not immediately confirm whether Amani National Congress leader Musalia Mudavadi would join Raila in Luanda. However, the two leaders will be in Mumias tomorrow to attend the ordination of Anglican priests on Monday. Raila and Mudavadi are expected in Lugari constituency to attend a funeral of a relative of Bishop Emeritus Philip Sulmeti. Now, business owners in Eastleigh have threatened that they will not pay Nairobi County for trade and garbage collection fees as the county government had failed to ensure essential services were delivered. The leaders were speaking at the second Eastleigh Business Summit, where they further appealed for the government to improve infrastructure to make Eastleigh a 24-hour business hub.
The vision I have for this Eastleigh business is to have a 24-hour economy so that we can run business even at night. One big challenge is about power. Sometimes we have a lot of blackouts and that interferes with business. But you can now see they are promised that they are going to improve service. We are also appealing to the county government in terms of water. Provision of water is not adequate. Although individuals have tried to dig their own boreholes, we want to request the governor and his team to improve water services in this Eastleigh center and also improve on garbage collection. I know the county government have tried hard. We have also appealed today, you have heard, we have made an appeal to the residents so that it is not only the business of the county government, but that we are all responsible for our environment. So we are making that request. We are sensitizing the community that they have a role to play in looking or bringing up a better environment.
He is a big consumer of cargo, and Eastleigh supplies many parts of the country. Many rural areas come and get their goods from Eastleigh. The business corporates and the CBD also get their goods from. So there's a lot of business volumes that's transacted in Eastleigh, which is transported to other parts of the country.
In 60 years since 2000, the number of malls have grown to 50. More are coming up. The total investment in these malls are in billions. These investments have generated an economic mini-boom, employing thousands of workers directly in the malls. Thousands more earn their livings indirectly from the presence of these malls. They include these people, talking about the people who benefit from these businesses. They include fruit vendors, taxi drivers, boda, handcraft pushers, watchmen, cleaners, artisans, electricians, shoe shiners, and many more. Talking about thousands of people who come here every day.
All right, let's now take a short commercial break. Don't go too far. We still have a lot lined up for you here on KTN Weekend at 1. Welcome back. You're watching KTN Weekend at 1. Mombasa commercial sex workers and homosexuals took to the streets demanding recognition. The commercial sex workers are protesting against harassment that they claim they are often subjected to by the police and county askaris during the course of their work. Francis Mtalaki has more.
They are chanting "Our body, our rights" as they lay down. Over 200 sex workers and homosexuals took to the streets of Mombasa in what they term as a necessary move in highlighting their plight. They want the government to legalize their trade and ensure that their rights are not violated.
Tunataka haki zetu, hatutaki kupigwa. Violence imekuwa tunawawa. Kama sisi malaya tumekuwa tukiwawa jijini la Mombasa. Customer wanadhulumu. Mada, violence, hakuna mtu anatulipa. Tukienda huko tunaenda kwa room na client alafu anaenda up na atulipi pesa. Na hiyo tunafaa turipoti wapi?
Tunataka kuwa recognize. Tunataka watu wajue kuwa sex work is work as just like any other work. Hatutaki kwenda na client kwa room alafu anatudhulumu. Tunataka tukienda na client kwa room tukisikizana kama ni pesa fulani anatulipa hivyo hivyo. Hatutaki kupigwa. Violence is not part of our job.
Hatuwezi ku access any services kwa health facilities just because we are sex workers. We are tired and we are here to tell the nation that we are here to protect the nation.
Mchana makanjoni marafiki zetu, usiku wanatushika, wanatudhulumu, wanatupiga, wanatuua. Hatutaki kitu kama hicho kifanyike. Na maclients wetu ni hao na wanatujua, na tutakuwataja.
They claim that Mombasa County Council askaris and the police are violating their rights while at work. The female and male sex workers are demanding that what they say is their right, the right to be provided with adequate security.
Some of us went to school and we have the papers, and we never had godfathers to give us opportunity in those other ways. But you now got a job where we work so peacefully, we work and we can afford and we can give our children and we can take our children to school. It's really bad. Your sister, your mother, your brother anakuwa slaughtered.
Sisi ni human being. Na sisi tuna watoto, tuna haki. Hii kazi tunafanya, tunauza ngono, ni kazi tunafanya kama watu wengine wanafanya ofisini. Na tutaki stigma. Ama vipi? Yes.
And as the 2017 general election approaches, they seem to have a solution in addressing their grievances.
Hassan Hali Joho, sisi tunakura na tuko wengi. We are almost 40,000. Na nataka tuheshimiwe kama wa Kenya. Na sisi mambo ya kudhulumiwa na clients na sisi ni wa Kenya hayatufurahishi kabisa. Nani aliamua katika nchi yetu, katika dunia yetu ya kwamba mikono na migundo ifanye kazi na wale si sehemu yangu ya nyeti nifanyie kazi?
Their argument is that their clients are prominent people, including senior government officials and even religious leaders, but the question of their security is one whose answer remains hazy. Francis Mtalaki, KTN News, Mombasa.
Of the hour on News Tracker, I leave you the weather forecast. Our sign language interpreter has been William Sila, and I am Akisa Wandera. Good afternoon.